Okay, so this graph session is going to look at how to draw our straight line graphs. So you should be an expert at this now. We've done lots of videos on the website. So let's just have a look at how we can match equations to given graphs. So I wrote here, this is obviously our general formula for a straight line. Y equals mx plus c. So m here, remember, is our gradient and c is our y-intercept. Okay, so m is our gradient and c is our y-intercept. Okay, so now we're ready to look at our graphs. So let's have a look at this y equals to 2x plus c. Hopefully you can notice here that my value of m, so my gradient, is 2, and it crosses the y-axis at -1. Okay, so we're looking at straight line graphs, which eliminates our selection to these four here. Okay, so we're looking for a positive gradient of 2, which is obviously this one or this one, because these ones are going downwards. So this one or this one, and it's got to cross my y-axis at -1. Well, this one crosses on the positive part of my y-axis. So that means that my answer for this is this one down here, because it crosses on my negative part of the y-axis. So this would be my answer for y equals 2x minus 1. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. This next one, if you can look at the equation above, shows that my m part is 2, so I have a positive gradient of 2, and my y-intercept is 1. Okay, I'm looking at a graph that has a positive gradient first. Well, that's only this one because these two are negative. So this is my positive one. Does it cross at y equals to 1? Looks like it. So this is my answer for y equals to 2x plus 1. Okay, now we go on to the harder parts. So we have y equals to minus 2x minus 1. So that means this time that my gradient is minus 2, because that's the part in front of x, and that my y-intercept is minus 1. So we're looking for a negative gradient, which is this one or this one, because they're going downwards like a slide on a slope. Okay, and it crosses the y-axis at -1. Well, this one up here crosses at +1, so it's going to have to be this one down here because it crosses at -1. Okay, so let's highlight that one accordingly. Okay, so we're on to the last one, and hopefully if you want to pause the video, you should be able to do this question on your own. Okay, so this gives us a gradient of m equals to -2. Okay, we've got a negative gradient, so we're thinking like a slide, downward slope, and my y-intercept is -1, okay, because my value of c is -1. Okay, so the last one that we've got to match it with then is negative slope, and it crosses at -1. Ooh, we've got an issue here. So hopefully you can notice my issue is that this isn't crossing at -1. This is crossing at +1, which means that we're going to have to draw in another line on this video. So they've left us some spare answers over here. So we have a negative gradient and it crosses the y-axis at -1. So if I draw my line in, yours is hopefully a lot straighter than mine. This is going to be my answer for blue. Okay, so you're going to have to use the spare graph that they've given you to draw this. They have tried to catch you out here, okay? We could have wrote this one just because it's the last straight line on there. However, remember that it's got to cross at -1. Okay, brilliant.